Hi, welcome to day 3 of the Coronavirus Financial Crash Course, where we're working with the Valley's working professionals, employees, 1099 contractors, and working with you to navigate through this financial shutdown that's crippling America right now and our industry right now. And so if you've been laid off or you're missing a paycheck or you're not sure about your finances over the next 90 days, this workshop and this broadcast is specifically for you. I'm broadcasting here live from the Phoenix, Arizona Training Center for the Bright Wealth Academy. And we are offering a financial training class for you to show you how to manage your finances and really navigate, again, these first 90 days. Today's workshop is really going to be about giving you an update on what's going on with coronavirus in Maricopa County, as well as what can you do to take immediate steps for your finances to get dialed in the next week, and what can you do to get your finances in order. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and put a slideshow online, and then we're going to take a look at how to survive the shutdown. Okay, let's take a look at slide number 1. Today's action items. Today is March 25th, 2020. We're here in Maricopa County, Arizona. What is going on in our stats? The current situation, current and local update on the coronavirus situation is what we're going to be sharing with you. We're also going to go over an emergency plan and cover for you what can you do in the next 90 days to really get through this situation and prepare yourself and your family and your household for anything that could potentially come down the pipe in the next 3 months. Secondly or thirdly, we're going to show you how to cut expenses and what expenses can you cut, what expenses can you delay, and what expenses can you just trim. And so we're going to take a look at the 3 of those. Finally, we're going to work on stretching your money over the next 3 months and what are some tips that you can do in order to make the money that you do have last, or at least until your government relief checks come. And then also government resources and assistance that are available for you. And we do have an update on the stimulus checks to give you as of today. So let's go ahead and get through that, and then we'll open it up for a forum and answering questions afterwards. So the current stats, what's going on in Maricopa County? Right now, globally, we have over globally we have over 415,000 cases of the coronavirus, with 15,000 deaths so far since the outbreak in January. In America, we have 53,000 cases with 690 that have died from this virus. And so bringing that all the way down to Maricopa County, so far we have 251 cases in Arizona, specifically here in Maricopa County, and that is up 52 cases from yesterday. We were at 199 yesterday. We have 113 that are female and 138 that are male. And again, this just matters to the testing that we're doing to figure out what's going on. You can take a look at the numbers on the screen. The one important one that I want to get to is deaths. We do have 3 in Arizona, and that's up 1 from yesterday. So we're at a total of 3 deaths, 251 cases in Arizona. Okay, let's take a look at our latest news. Right now, it has officially been declared that Arizona is infected, and so government funds are available to help us out. You can get updated information at the Arizona Department of Health Services, and that is available to you. It's a website that you can go to. Secondly, schools are being canceled, and they're being canceled through April 10th right now. If you're a family member or parent that has children in school, there are lunches available through many districts where you can send or have those delivered or go out and get them. You have to check your district website for information, but if you're struggling to pay for 2 or 3 kids or even 1 kid for that extra meal that you weren't having to pay for prior when your student was in school, these lunch programs are potentially still available in your district. Finally, mass gatherings have been banned, obviously, as we all know, as of 10 or more people, and they're only limiting 50 or more into restaurants, into grocery stores, or public places at any one time. If you have any questions, you can dial 211 on your phone, or you can dial the number that you see on the screen, 844-542-8201. But there has been a coronavirus hotline set up. Just dial 211 on your mobile, and you're all set up. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-month emergency plan. This is the next part of what we want to cover in this emergency class. First off, your food, your water, and your medicine. You got to understand these are in short supply in the grocery stores right now, and they are limiting you to the number of items you can bring out, and there are lines forming at the grocery stores early on. So if you don't already know this, you need to get there first thing when those stores open, maybe an hour early. Go inside and buy the maximum of those quantities of food, water, and medicine that you can get to make sure that you have at least 3 months stocked up, or 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a month maybe stocked up of food at your house. Supplies. Do you have candles or batteries, flashlights, sanitizer, toilet paper, kind of the basic supplies that are all in short supply right now? Again, these are things that you're going to want to have. And candles are important. In California, they're threatening to shut off power right now if you don't stay socially distanced. So they are quarantined when they quarantine you at home. I'm not quite sure what the story is on that, but I just got the news today that that's what they're planning on doing. Finally, what's your financial plan for the next 3 months? What are you going to be doing to have money in reserve to get through these next 3 months? And so we're going to want to take a look at what you have in reserve. And then if you're worried about your investments, make sure to log on to one of our classes over investments, and we'll show you how to navigate your investments through this crisis as well. Okay, part 2 is really about you and your finances, and that's what we want to take a look at right now, is really what can you do in the next 30 days to really get yourself financially secure for this virus crisis. First thing you need to do is cut expenses, and you need to get control of your cash flow, the money in and the money coming out of your bank. And really it's time to track that monthly income and also those monthly expenses, and to even cut or mitigate some of those expenses. And so we're going to take a look at income, we're going to take a look at expenses. You'll notice online you can download this worksheet that you're looking at on the slideshow right now. This is available to you to download, so go ahead and download it, and then after you watch this workshop, go ahead and run through this for each of the next 3 months. First, your cash flow. What you're going to want to do is start out with the amount of money that you have currently saved up. In this case, you can see that that's $3,000. You might have more, you might have less in reserve. Some folks are living paycheck to paycheck and you literally have nothing, and so put a 0 there. And then what paychecks do you have coming in over the course of this month, either you or you and your spouse combined? And then you add up what you have in reserve with the income that's coming in this month, and that's going to give you a total amount of money that you have to start your month with. And so we're planning out right here the month of April. And so if you take a look at April and you've got $6,000 to start, then the next thing you want to do is list out all of your bills. And these are the monthly recurring bills that you have that come every single month. And they start at the first of the month, and depending on what day that bill is due, you get that bill every single month. Like your rent, your homeowners association, your property insurance, your cell phone bill, your cable bill, your electric bill, your etc. You get the idea. These bills come every single month on the same day. And so list them all out, list out what those amounts are, and get an idea how much of your money you're going to have to spend. And then once you've done that, total those all up. The next part of this that you want to take a look at are your variable expenses, and these are the expenses that are going to be cut that you have to kind of budget for, like gasoline for your car, groceries for your household, maybe personal spending money or entertainment, dining out, different kind of budgets that you have where you're going to go out and that amount of money is going to be different every month, but you're going to spend it. And so in this scenario, your auto and your food, etc. Auto and gasoline is probably going to go down because you're not driving as much. Food's likely to go up because you're stocking up on food. Personal spending money and entertainment is likely to go down. So you get the idea. What you want to do is budget both what those fixed expenses are and what these variable expenses are. Total them all up and get an idea for how much money you have. Again, we started the month with $3,000. Then we added up our income, which was $6,000. That gave us a total of $9,000. We subtracted out the $2,769 for monthly recurring, and then the $2,000 for monthly budgeted items, and then that left us with $4,231. Normally what we would do is tell you this is the money you have left over, now let's invest this and figure out what we're going to do, either pay down debt or boost your credit. But in this scenario, I'm saying save this and put it on next month's starting budget. So that becomes $4,231 becomes the beginning amount that we're going to use next month, as opposed to the $3,000 that we started this month, and then go through the cycle again. And then also what we want to do is do what we can do to cut or trim some of those expenses. And so when I say that, cutting expenses on your gasoline, your electric, using these things less, groceries, just get the essentials. any gym memberships or entertainment items, cut that stuff out for right now. Put them on pause. Call all those places up and say, look, I need to turn this membership off. I'm not going to be doing this right now. I'm not going to a gym anyways when I'm socially distanced. I'm sure they'll be happy to discount or not charge you in order to keep your membership. Also, home loans and auto loans. A lot of these lenders have been mandated or recommended by the government to not charge you during the next 3 months. So see what you can do to delay your payments for your home loan, your auto loan. What they can do is take the payment and put it on the end of the loan, not charge you any interest. And it's like basically just a 3-month out of time, if you will. And you get a chance to conserve your money during this crisis while you're not working and not earning those next paychecks. I think renters have been told to do the same. So if you can't pay your rent, they're not allowed to evict you during this period of time. Governor Ducey passed that one yesterday. So again, home loans, auto loans, credit cards, call, write letters to these companies and see what you can do about delaying your payments at least into July so that you can get through this tough time, this financial shutdown, as the president talks about. That's no fault of yours. Everyone's working together to do what we can to get through this crisis. Cancel any expenses that you can. If you need more information, go to Bright Wealth Academy. If you know anyone or have friends or family that are struggling financially, send them to Bright Wealth Academy to register for this class as well. Okay, assistance that's available to you. There is an update today on stimulus checks. We did pass a $2 trillion bill that did make it through the House and the Senate. And so now what's happening is those checks are going to be on the way as long as you filed your 2019, or if not your 2019, your 2018 taxes, and you earn under $75,000, then you're likely to receive a check for $1,200. And that'll be mailed. They're shooting for April 6th, although most people are saying that it's probably realistically not going to happen until May. But you could have it as early as April 6th in a direct pay kind of a way where I think it just shows up in your bank account. It's not even a physical check. Secondly, disaster relief. If you're a small business owner or homeowner here in the Valley, you can go to the SBA.gov website and you can apply for disaster relief. Maricopa County is an official disaster center. And then finally, let's go ahead and take a look at federal mandates and suggestions. Again, auto, home loans, etc. Student loans. Student loans they're not being billed right now. Your auto and your home loans are likely also not going to bill you, but call them and ask or tell them that you're in a crisis situation if you are, and see what they can do about pushing those payments off. Student loans should happen automatically. Again, this is just a quick update from the Bright Wealth Academy. If you have questions, you can email me at Scott@Bright Wealth Academy. I'm happy to work with you. Our team is happy to work with you one-on-one on whatever you need to do to get through this crisis situation. Remember, you're not alone. We are all in this together. Be safe and stay well, and we'll see you on tomorrow's broadcast. And we'll give you more information on this as we go forward. We're going to open this up for Q&A. Typically when we do these web classes, although today we're not set up to actually do that. So if you do have a question, what I'm going to want you to do is email me at scott@brightwealthacademy.com, and we will get back to you with that question or answers to those questions. And we're going to be doing these daily broadcasts every single day going forward until this crisis is passed. And we're going to make sure that we are here for any person that you know that is struggling or suffering financially or going through the pain of not having enough money to get through this crisis. This is going to be a resource, this website and this web series. So have your friends register. We'll be sending out announcements every single day for the program. And we're here to help you. Remember, you're not in this alone. We're all in this together, and the Bright Wealth Academy is here for you. My name is Scott McLean. I will see you tomorrow night. We're likely going to change these to 5:30 or 6, but check our website at brightwealthacademy.com. And until then, stay safe and be healthy. Good evening. It is Tuesday, March 24th. It is Phoenix, Arizona, where we're broadcasting from. My name is Scott McLean. I'm with the Bright Wealth Academy, and we are broadcasting a special series around the coronavirus and the situation that this has caused. As you know, the global shutdown is occurring right now. Countries are literally closing the entire country and sending all the workers home. America is going through this right now. And if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, or you're a working professional or an employee inside of one of these companies here in Arizona, and you're suffering because of this financial shutdown, then this workshop is specifically for you, and this broadcast is for you. And each day, as we go through this process, we're going to do that together as the Bright Wealth Academy. We're going to be here to provide answers, to provide a community, and to give you the training you need to help the money that you do have in reserve to last as we go through this financial shutdown. Hey, listen, if you've lost your job or you've been laid off temporarily or told to work from home and your hours have been reduced, or if you own a restaurant and all your employees have been sent home because of the governor's recent law, you feeling the pain, you know what's going on, and it's likely that you're suffering and you're figuring out or worried about how am I going to navigate this financial shutdown? How am I going to have enough money for payroll if I'm a business owner? And where am I going to get my next paycheck if I'm an employee, especially if you're in the restaurant or the hospitality industry right now? You've been sent home. And so again, this workshop and this daily workshop series is specifically designed in two parts. Part number one is to give you an overview of what's going on in Maricopa County and with the coronavirus. How many cases do we have? How many new cases do we have? And to give you kind of a pulse on how bad it is out there, and how careful you need to be, and also to give you a gauge as to when we're coming over the hump of this event and it starts to taper off. When we start seeing new cases dwindling, then you know kind of the storm is past and it's time to go back to work soon, and you can get yourself prepped and geared up for that.